Hello, it's Tristan here from ZebraInvest, and today I'm just outside 42 and 44 King Street. You might have remembered we did 42 King Street last year, turned it into a 6-bedroom HMO with a micro pub downstairs. But we've just been working on number 44, and we've actually just been refurbishing the property from a kebab shop straight into it's going to be a new aesthetic shop. So what I want to do is just walk you around. I can explain some of the challenges we have with the place, why we're doing it, issues we've had with planning permission, issues with finance, and hopefully we can also give you a hint and tip on how you can find yourself some tenants and also save you some money on paint. So I'm going to turn around, spin around and head on inside. So here we go, I'll head on in and show you around the place and show you what we've been up to. So when we head inside, you'll see downstairs in here, this used to be a kebab shop. So before, imagine you'd be lining up to get yourself your dirty pizza on a Friday or a Saturday night, but no more. We've stripped out all of the kitchen equipment, ripped it all out, pulled all the ceilings down because all the floors had bowed, and as you walk through the place the floors pretty much just bounce. One of the bits we did as well is we had to swap the commercial meter for what's called a U6, which is a domestic meter, and so that's all gone in here. But what we've done is we've actually found a tenant for the place already. They're paying a good rent for the property and they're going to be using this as their reception area. And then at the back here they're going to be having this set up as a treatment room. And so this is where there was like sinks and all that kind of side of things just downstairs in the property. But what we did is when we came to advertising the property, we put a few little signs in the windows. So when we put them in the windows, we had quite a few people give us a call, get in touch, drop by, have a look and see what they thought of the place. But at the same time, we also put the property online, and we also placed it on, I'll have to keep explaining, but in here it had a ventilation system running through the property. It's all been re-skimmed. We've laid a new floor and we're just sorting out all the architrave and the electrics. The whole place has been rewired as well. We've got a little bathroom in here. So there's going to be a shower in here and a toilet. So as I was saying, we placed the property online and we placed it actually on a treatment website. So you can actually advertise properties to rent for treatment purposes. And in doing so, we had a company come in and they wanted to rent the whole building. So we managed to rent the whole place out for 5 years at £1,150 a month, with the rent increases in there as well. So as I just said, rather than use a standard commercial agent, we've gone out and found our own tenant. In doing so, we've used a lease template for the property and we've used a contract provider so it's outside of the Act, which will then allow us to be able to, if the tenant doesn't get the end of it and they don't want to renew or we'd like to remove them, we can remove them from the property. So we've done that. We've had a few challenges along the way. So the idea was, as you can see with this property, it is really decent sized. So what the intention was actually to make this floor and the floor below into separate bedrooms. So each of them will have their own bedroom. This one's got all the plumbing in it already in case we do want to swap it in the future to be able to put an ensuite in here. And the idea was to get planning permission to convert this into a 2-bedroom townhouse. But unfortunately, we've got neutrality in Norwich, which means that we're not able to get planning permission at the moment to convert it. So what we've done is instead we've sat there and thought, well, let's get cracking and turn this, just refurbish it into a commercial property. And with our bridging loan coming to an end, we've made sure we've got that done. Then the next bit is it's coming to a point where you need to refinance it, but because it's a commercial property, there's different rules to play by. So when you get a commercial mortgage, you need to make sure the property is worth, in most cases, if you're going to be able to lease the property out and simply take an income on it, it needs to have a mortgage on it of at least £150,000 or more. And that's what you'd find with something like Shawbrook, but unfortunately, this property is going to be worth £160,000 once it's finished, which is a significant uplift from what it was worth in the first place. You can find out the numbers for 42 in another video. But in doing so, it means that our actual mortgage would only be about £120,000. It's probably actually a bit less because on a commercial mortgage, they tend to lend at 65 or 70% loan to value. So what we've then done is we've actually gone to the high street lender. So we've gone to Lloyds and they're now just setting up a new mortgage for us. We're going to be at 55% loan to value, which is quite a bit lower than where we want to be. But it does mean that we can get the property on a repayment mortgage. So that's one of the challenges from using planning permission. When the planning hopefully does come through, then in future, if we want to change the property, then we can. We've also technically locked our planning permission in, so once it is granted, because we served a builder control notice, once your works have started and you've notified them, then actually that locks in your planning permission, so they've already been notified. So that means once we get planning, we're able to kind of crack on and convert it in future to a house if we'd like to. Also for the interim, we've got a tenant, pretty good tenant lined up for 5 years. They've got a track record and a trading history, so that'll be pretty good. But yeah, the whole thing is pretty much coming together. The ground floor's got a fair bit more work to do, but we're hoping to be all be wrapped up by the end of the month and then get the tenant moved in and enjoying and using the place. Anyway, hopefully you've liked this video. So if you've got any comments, questions, anything about commercial properties, drop them in the comments below. If you want to learn anything about commercial conversions or any ideas for any other videos, let me know. And then if you are thinking or looking to invest in property and would like to take a hands-off approach and hand it over to someone like myself, then do please get in touch. Thank you very much and I hope you've enjoyed this video.